Let's just talk briefly about what you can sell. So what automations you can sell, what things out from n8n you can sell. I want to tell you basically that you can sell nearly everything that you make. Nearly every automation can you eventually sell. Nearly every agent you can eventually sell. Nearly every rack application you can eventually sell. But nonetheless, I want to tell you what works best for me. The most important thing is that your application needs to be hosted. So please host it either over Render, over n8n or over AWS, Google Cloud, Azure, it does not really matter, but it needs to be hosted because if other people need to use your application, it will not work if you have it locally. It's still beyond me that I need to tell this all the time, but this will not work if you have this locally. Other people cannot access it. I get these questions all the time, so I need to address this really strongly and hard. You need to host it if other people want to use this. Basically, you can sell everything. You can also sell Telegram agents, you can sell WhatsApp agents, you can sell agents that have access to the Google products, to Gmails, to whatever. You can sell every single automation, but if you want to sell all of this, you also need access to these things. So your client needs to give you access. And this is sometimes a little bit hard. A lot of people don't want to give you access. And that's why I want to tell you at least what works for me the best is integrating, let's just say, rackbots into websites as customer support with possible additional triggers. This is something that works really great for me. So I just simply build normal rack applications with a vector database that are trained on specific knowledge, and I include them in their specific web pages, most of the time WordPress or HTML, and these rack applications will be for customer support or something similar, and they can also have additional triggers like, for example, Google Sheets or something. They can, for example, ask for contact numbers and extract this information and save it into Google Sheets. That's basically what works best for me, and that's basically also what we will build over the next video, and then we will also integrate it step by step into a website. Then we will also make the correct branding and so on, so that you really understand how we can do this step by step. A question that I got also all the time, the APIs, or basically the API keys. A lot of people assume that the client makes the API key. But I think this is not true. You as the developer should always have the API keys, and you simply, like I do it 3 or 4 times a year, you can simply tell the client that he needs to pay you 3 or 4 times a year for the API costs. Call it maintenance or whatever, but I have found out that nobody wants to make API keys for their own. Come on, your clients will be most likely no developers, so you need to do this, you need to make these API keys, you need to pay this upfront. But then you simply charge for maintenance, or you can also charge upfront. You can charge however you want. Later, of course, also more on pricing. So long story short, your application needs to be hosted. Basically, you can sell everything. What works, at least for me, the best are rack application, maybe with additional tools integrated into websites that can maybe also capture leads. And the API keys, we have the API keys. See you in the next video as soon as we start building.